Hey guys, welcome back to another Monday. My name is Vinny with Shark Fin Barber Edition. And today we're talking about one of the biggest reasons haircuts take long and why so many barbers and stylists struggle with consistency behind the chair. Most barbers never properly identify where the haircut separates from the top and from the side. Everyone has a side and has a top, but where that transition happens, it differs on every client. So what if you could identify that separation point every time, build your haircut from there, and tailor the cut specifically to the client in front of you? Today, that's what I'm going to show you. How clearing with intention simplifies the haircut, creates structure, and helps you work cleaner, faster, and of course, more consistently. Let's get into it. Hey guys, as stated in the intro, what we're going to be talking about today is how to separate the bottom from the top and how to find this point on every client, even though it's going to vary. So we're going to create a system that you can follow to determine the separation point that is going to help you move faster and be more consistent in the haircut. So first we're going to talk about head shape. In head shape, everybody has top of their head. Everybody has the side, and we have the parietal. And those are the areas that we're mainly going to be talking about today. The reason I lay the comb flat on the head is because the head is round, and every time it changes shape, there's a new flat spot. So as you can see where the comb is coming off the head, that shows you the top area. If I move it here, and we see the comb coming off, that shows you where the parietal is. And then if we hold the comb on the side here, we can see where the comb is coming off the head. On the side where it's coming off, this gap in between is the top of the side and the bottom of the parietal. And that is what we are going to determine on every client that sits in your chair. So we're going to use basic sectioning to map the head out, which will tell you how high you can go to create your transition area and to clear out the bottom for whatever haircut you're going to do. If you're going to keep it a basic haircut or move into a fade, whatever it is, you'll know exactly where you can leave off of the head, and that'll set up a great transition point for you. Once we finish that, we'll start to get into when you're clearing, how you clear with the clipper will determine the length left on the head, and then choosing the clipper guard to clear with will also determine and affect the length. All right. So to separate, I'm going to wet the hair in the area that we're going to be sectioning. And as you can see, as soon as I start wetting the hair, the shape starts to take the form of the actual head shape, which actually shows us that flat spot more. So now I can start to kind of visually see where the side is, the parietal, and the top. Now, on this mannequin head, it's flowing back, so I'm going to work with the direction of the hair. If the client's hair moves forward, then I would comb the hair forward and I would do the same thing. So I'm going to use the tool to help me. Because the head is round, because the tool is straight, I can use that to find the flat spots easily. So as I'm combing through, I'm putting the comb in the area where I know about where the parietal is. And as I'm combing through, we can start to see the hair separate. And the bigger the gap, that shows me where the transition is from the top, the parietal, and the side. So I'm going to use a basic sectioning technique here. And because the hair is wet, it'll sit on top of itself to keep the section separate. So included in this sectioning, I'm splitting the parietal in half. Part of it will be in the side, and part of it will be in the top. Something I look for in the hair when I'm sectioning my client out is the hair wants to fall naturally, right? So hair on the side naturally falls down. When I'm sectioning, I look at the root of the hair, and that is also another way I can tell if my section is clean, if the hair is in the area that it should be in. If the hair at the root bows out and comes back in, that means it's not going in the direction that it actually wants to, and it's not laying in its natural fall. So I have a very clean section here. The hair is laying flat the way that I combed it. And the other thing that works for us is the head shape is symmetrical. We are all symmetrical when it comes to these areas. So determining it from left to right and following this method works every time. Once I determine where this section splits, and you understand that you have part of the parietal and the side here, then we can start our build. I'll determine which length I want to put on my clipper guard to clear with. And I usually go with either a closed 4 or a closed 2 for my basic haircuts. The 4 will clear hair and leave it longer in the transition area, so I can have hair longer on top. If I'm doing a shorter look on top, then I can go up and clear off with a 2. Right now, we're going to focus clearing off with a 4. And we're going to determine where we're going to place our weight for the transition area. That'll set us up for the top and clear off the bottom so we can produce whatever haircut we want with the clipper down below. So that was cleared out with the closed 4. And then you'll start to see the shape that's being built. So setting my transition area here, I know that this is where the top of the side is finishing and the parietal is starting, and leaving that length and weight there will allow me to transition easy into the top. Also, I went off, and as I was clearing hair, I'll show you here, we were doing a C-stroke off, which will create more length and weight than if I was going up and off, and I'll show you that on the other side. Another tip that I like to share with my students is the comb attachment here is flat. And I'm actually using that as a guide as I'm going up and off the head. Right where that clipper guard is coming up and off, I'm following through until my cutting blade gets there to then C-stroke out. So what I notice a lot of students will do is when they're clearing hair, they won't go high enough, which is what we're talking today. And then they don't trust that the clipper to be on the head fully until they get to that desired height. That leaves a lot of length behind. It leaves your transition lower, which means that you don't have a lot of room down below to produce the rest of the haircut. Also with that, then when they go to do their transition, they have more to cut and they don't have a strong guide to go off of. On this side, we can, instead of doing a C-stroke out, we'll go straight off. And then I can show you the difference between the left and right side for the look. All right, so from side to side, we have the same sectioning. We have a C-stroke on this side, which left the hair, gave us more weight and more length here. which would allow for a longer top. On this side, we were clearing with an approach of taking the clipper straight up and off, which created a shorter length here and a tighter look and more square. So using two different techniques, depending on what you're looking to achieve in the haircut. If you're not sure, this is your safest bet to see stroke out while you're clearing hair and to determining what you're going to be doing up top. And you can always take this tighter. Once you go up and off, obviously the hair is gone and cut, and you can't put it back on. Putting a 4 on is your safest cut. It's a 1/2 inch and can be transitioned into most lengths on top. Going in with a 2, that's going to save you time if you're going to be doing a shorter cut on top. It'll give you the appropriate length and weight you'll need if you're C-stroking out to keep the hair long, or if you want to go square here. We can show you that right now. So we can see how much shorter that went, but you'll also see how we kept the integrity of the transition area. So if I was going in to be doing a mid skin fade with a mid length on top, I would want to use a C-stroke. That gives me all the room I need in the side to create my fade, and it gives me the length and weight I need in the transition area to maintain the top the way that the client desires. Now we'll go in with the 2 on the side here, and we'll show you how much tighter that square will get. So if I'm doing a short to mid length up top, I would just go in with a 2 to set my transition area as well. All right. So this is going to be a technique where I'm going to go up it, straight up and off. All right, in this technique here, we're going higher and tighter. We use the 2. And with this technique, to not round in, as soon as I'm moving up and I feel that clipper coming off, as I'm following through, I'm backing off on the pressure on the head and just imagining that somebody has a string on the clipper and they're just pulling it straight up. So I'm going up and off the head, just like this comb would, to create the space and the length there to create a nice, strong, square look. Starting by sectioning out the parietal to keep hair into the side and to keep hair into the top. That's going to allow me to create that build. Knowing that I want to C-stroke out to build length and weight, or go straight up to create a more square, layered look, helps with the transition area and clearing out enough space again to do whatever we want on the bottom of the canvas. So guys, if you're still in school working on a mannequin, or you're in the shop and still have one laying around, what I would suggest practicing first is combing through and working on your sectioning first, using the round of the head and the flat of the tool to determine where the hair should be split, to map out where the separation is going to be, so you can get a better understanding of where you're going to be transitioning. If you're in the shop and you're practicing this on a live model, I would definitely use the technique of hair mapping and sectioning this out and seeing if you can get that transition area right where you want it to create a faster approach to your haircut. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed. Again, if you ever have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Like and subscribe. Everything helps. Thanks.